Receiving simulator transmission. Uploading transmitted feed. Initializing playback sequence. Alright Seipher, we're ready.
Hey everyone, Seipher here, and welcome back to Seipher Plays Yugioh, Reshef of Destruction. In the last episode, we traveled to the Catacombs of Italy to search for our third Millennium Item. In doing so, we encountered Bones, the zombie duelist, and were brought face to face with the former Intercontinental Champion, Bandit Keith, who now leads the Neo Ghouls, who were also seeking the Millennium Items. We then went on to face the third Millennium Guardian and recovered the Millennium Ring. This time, we're going to be taking a detour on our worldwide scavenger hunt for mystical Egyptian trinkets. From our travels to collect the first 3 Millennium Items, we've unwittingly unlocked a pair of side objectives. The game never informs you of this, so this is going to mainly be a side questing episode. If you're not interested, I'm sorry, but I feel like I might as well show everything this game has to offer. The first one we'll be seeing today is only available after learning the whereabouts of the 4th Millennium Item. So, let's head off to Italy, where if we go over here... Oh, fantastic! This is where we'll film my new movie. Kind of an odd choice, but hey, you do you. Hey, you. Are you talking to me? I'm Hollywood superstar Jean-Claude Magnum, but I'm sure you already knew that. I'm shooting my next film here. What are you doing here? I'm a tour guide, plus I read fortunes. Fortune-telling? How absolutely spectacular. I want you to read my future regarding my marriage proposal to my Valentine. No problem. Spirits of the Catacombs, answer me. Infuse me with the knowledge of the past so that I can glimpse the future. Well, this is certainly something. You can marry her if you win 3 duels in a row. Really? You better not be joking. If that's true, it was worth making the trip to the Italian catacombs. Let the countdown to my wedding begin. There's my first victim. I'm counting down to my marriage with Mai. Don't worry, even when you lose, I'll let you be my best man. Okay, so he's certainly not changed at all. I did do a bit of grinding off screen just to get some more Domino. I didn't spend anything though, so if you're expecting any differences in my deck, you do not have to worry. I will probably save that for when we enter in our next password. Jean-Claude Magnum, the washed-up actor, is back once again to take us on. He's pretty similar to the first time we dueled him, the only difference now being that his non-tribute monsters have 1,000 attack or less, and he's ditched his spell cards, upgraded Ikaboon to Bear Traps, so he can destroy higher attack monsters, and added some miscellaneous traps that aren't as useful in most situations. All in all, he's kind of simple. So let's just hit him as hard as we can with what we've got. Well, that's a bit of a bummer, but I figured this would be what would happen. Take that out. Now to see what he does. Alright, well, easy. Yeah, he really just does not have good cards, despite having been beaten by us and probably learning something from it. At least, I would hope so. Anyway, our deck capacity increased by 10, 200 Domino. Come on, pay out a bit more. Goblin Fan was obtained. A trap card that reflects a direct life point attack back at the foe. It works on all attack spells like Sparks and Tremendous Fire. Not all that worth it. Your antes are leaving a lot to be desired, Jean-Claude. No! My marriage to Mai! Oh yeah. I just need to win 3 times in a row. It never said I had to duel anybody strong. That's why I'm out of here. Farewell. I forgot to mention that if you lose even one duel, your fortune changes. Oh well. Well, that was an odd side quest, but hey, I suppose it's a little bit entertaining getting to see that doofus. Anyway, the second side quest that we have today is available since we've learned that the Millennium Ring was here in Italy, and it does have a time limit connected to the events that we'll be seeing in our next destination, China, though I'm not entirely sure why this is the case. It is also necessary to trigger a side quest that we'll encounter later. That quest can be a bit annoying, though, especially in the vanilla version of Reshef, so if you don't want to end up doing that, or are just simply not interested, don't bother with this. To unlock it, we are going to actually need to go to the Domino Pier. And we're going to have to go up to and challenge my Valentine. My job is to duel with guests on this cruise. And believe me, I take my job seriously. Alright, well, let's use this as our ante. And we do have quite a bit of a good hand, I'd say. So, the first real female duelist of the original series is here. Say hello to my Valentine. Immediately, she is rather powerful and begins the duel with an advantage by having a mountain field prepared for herself. Her non-tribute monsters without the mountain field have 1300 attack or less and will all be boosted by this starting terrain, so she can be pretty difficult to deal with. She has a good variety of spells, including the powerful Harpy's Feather Duster that can deal with your back row, and Elegant Egotist to turn her Harpy Lady into Harpy Lady's sisters. Okay, that's quite a bit. That's gonna hurt. I should have expected that. Thankfully, we got just the card we needed at the right time. She also has a bunch of copies of Mountain in her deck, so if you try and change the field for your advantage, she'll just change it back. She also has a pretty devastating trap in Amazon Archers to prevent attacks and power down the monster that attacked. However, as you could clearly see from her Harpy Lady Sisters that she just used, most of her monsters are of the Wind attribute. So, bringing forest monsters can turn her stat advantage on its head. That said, she does address this by having a few fire monsters to counter, so keep that in mind. And let's actually throw... Oh, I did not mean for that to happen. Okay, well. This should help things out, I think, having my Castle of Dark Illusions on the field. Flipped everything over, and you know what? I think I will just tribute all 3 of these, because now we have Seipher, so might as well show it off in the first duel that we can manage. He's got 10,000 attack because we have 4 cards in our hand. The field is clear. Go for it, Seipher. Nice. That is not usually the case. It is hard to build up a defensive row for tributes in this game, so I'm kind of glad to be able to actually use Seipher. Deck capacity increased by 10, 800 Domino, so you are 4 times the amount of money that Jean-Claude Magnum gave us. And Winged Dragon Guardian of the Fortress number 2 was obtained. It's a pretty decent wind monster. 1200 attack is nothing to sneeze at this early point. I lost. Alright, well, it's not entirely clear why you need to duel Mai to get this started, but she is. So, let's go back to the Clock Tower Square. And now that we have defeated her, we're going to head to the game shop. Go, Gradius! Wah! I lost again. Ha ha ha! You can duel me 1,000 times and I'll still win them all. Since it's clear that I'm the better duelist, I get to go out with Serenity, like we agreed. Hey, hey, what's the big idea? What's this so-called agreement? No one told me. Yeah, Duke, for once Joey's right. I'm canceling our deal. That's not fair. You're the one who thought it up. Tristan! Of course you would do that, Tristan. Joey, you promised you wouldn't fight, especially with your friends. But Serenity. You're so sweet, Serenity. Serenity, I wasn't fighting. You weren't? It looks like you were. I guess I was wrong. I'm sorry, Joey. Nah, you don't need to apologize. Yeah, Serenity, you didn't do anything wrong. You never do anything wrong. Okay, Tristan, you're like, what, 16, she's 14? Chilled out. Serenity, which duelist do you like? Strong and tough? Like me? Maybe. But I think a duelist like Mai is the best. That's rather awkward. That's not the answer they were looking for. If that's the case, I'll duel my Valentine. I'll beat her and prove that I'm a powerful duelist. Especially stronger than Duke. And then she'll fall madly in love with me. Okay, you're referring to Mai in that instance, but I know that you meant to be meaning Serenity. But still, terrible plan. You're not even a duelist, Tristan. Hey, wait! You can't ditch me! Tristan and Duke, what's gotten into them? I'm never gonna leave them alone with you, Serenity. Alright, so now that we've done that, we need to head off to the Domino Pier once again, so that we can see the little interaction that she's gonna have, that Mai's gonna have with these two love-struck idiots. Come on, boys, work harder, you two. At this rate, you'll never become real duelists. It'll take you 100 years to reach my skill level. What? Why are we working for Mai? What did we do to deserve this? Oh, hi, Joey. Do you want me to train you too? Why would I need training? I'm only joking. Minion 1 and Minion 2, stop slacking off. Minion 1. 2? This sucks. Wipe those frowns off your faces. If you really want to improve your dueling skills, you should hit the road on a training quest. Training quest? I'm going. I am so going. Anything beats getting worked like a mule. I would rather be anywhere else but here. Duke, let's go. I'm surprised that you're telling him to come along. Sure. Wait for me, Tristan. Considering your rivals, I'm surprised that he would bring him along, but whatever. Those two. I was only kidding. I mean, what's a training quest anyway? Now that my minions are gone, I have to do my own work. Well, that was to be expected. Now, there is no indication of where they would go, but seeing as we are duelists, we know exactly who they would go to see to improve as duelists. Because there's only one company in town that is obsessed with duel monsters, and that is Kaiba Corp. I told you no! Oh, come on, please! Yeah, we're Kaiba's best friends. I've never heard of you two before. That was a fool's gambit. What's going on? Master Mokuba. Mokuba, we're friends, right? Tristan, that's not what we're here for. Whoops, that's right. Will somebody tell me what's going on? These two are demanding that. Let us use your duel machine. The duel machine? Why do you want it? So Serenity will go out with me. No, that's not it. We want to improve our duel levels. Yeah, and then get a date with Serenity. Okay, you guys are idiots. Well, Seto's not here right now, so I guess it's okay. Thanks, Mokuba. Yeah, thank you, Mokuba. What the heck are those two up to? Well, let's go on in and see how they do. Mokuba, crank it up to the max duelist level. No way, the computer will totally pummel you. Start at level 2. If you can't win at that level, then you're plain lame. Oh fine, I guess that'll have to do. Set me up at the same level. Okay, start the duel machine. Wah! I barely won. Assessing duelist level. Assessing duelist level. Assessment complete. Both idiots. Both idiots. Are you serious? But I won! Simply winning doesn't impress the duel machine. It also checks for spell and trap combos. Judging by your skills, I'd say the computer made the right call. Oh yeah? One more time. Go right ahead, but I think you're wasting your time. Yeah, they certainly are. What do you have to say? I'm training, don't distract me. Okay, Duke, what do you say? I can't lose to Tristan. Okay, and what do you have to say, duel machine? Operating at duelist level 2. System in operation. So yeah, we can't challenge any of them while they're like this. So I guess we better go back to the Moto game shop and wait for them to finish up whatever training that they're doing. Oh, big brother? Is your work for Shizu going smoothly? Joey, what's wrong? Serenity, tell me the truth. Is there anybody that you like? Yeah? There sure is. Serenity, are you serious? Do I know this guy? Yep, Tristan. Okay, that's a little surprising. What? No, anybody but him. What's wrong, Joey? There's Tristan, and Duke, and Yugi, and Seipher. Leave me out of this. I also like Taya and Mai. But I like you best, big brother. Now that was sweet. But you said you like strong duelists. Did I really say that? Well, come to think of it, I think it's a coincidence that people I like just happen to be good duelists. Aw, man. Alright, you idiots, get out of here. Get back to work at the shop. Alright, and just like that, we have completed that setup side quest. So we will not see exactly what the point of that was until a bit later. But with that, I'd say we can just head back on up to Ishizu, and despite there being this being a rather short video, I think with us wrapping up our side objectives, we can end things here for now. Next time, we're getting back to saving the world from Reshef by flying out to China to recover our 4th Millennium Item and restore yet another Egyptian God card. I want to thank you all for watching. Until next time, stay gold.
Playback sequence terminated. Transmission disconnected.